So it's hard to say that Ragnar is a wrong choice. But whatever they think it's going to be, let's see if it will work out.
Yeah. And I mean, Shimizu is kind of, looking at these players, at least for how long they've been in clan. Shimizu is one of our honorary members, actually. Recently joined. Like I mentioned kind of at the start, Shimizu has been, a member for a little bit, but he's kind of, his first time we saw him was when he teamed with Fang for the Spirit Sovereigns 3 tournament, which happened, I believe, late last month, sorry. Lize, on the other hand, I mean, they've been around for a while, but they've also played in that Spirit Sovereigns tournament, and Shimizu got second, whilst Lize actually got third, and they had to actually fight each other in a 2v2 setting. But now we're here over in the ones. It's gonna be interesting to see, how they stand independently, without a teammate now. And so far, getting back into the match, Shimizu is doing a wonderful job on his lands in keeping Lize off stage and racking up some amazing damage.
Wow, what a punish by Kim, and Shimizu all the way out there with the to take out the KO. So Shimizu staying on Axe. Let's see. Oh, Kim not going for the weapon, going for the slide charge side thing unarmed. So still without a weapon.
Ooh.
Getting lands, and that will catch the dodge.
What a nice, option there to go for the KO to sidelight into the down stick over on the Ragnar. And, one thing about Ragnar, his signatures are pretty neat, I would say so. I mean, the down stick hits at that nice angle. The end stick as well, too, has a satisfying kind of like dunk to it. The side stick all around the Katars, pretty good stuff. I mean, the axe signatures as well, too. Pretty decent stuff. So I mean, like you mentioned, Katars is a very good weapon as of lately. We're definitely seeing some more Katars representation with Azuri and all of that. So love to see here, a little different set of legends, specifically like the Ragnar.
Yeah.
But back in the action here, Shimizu is doing some wonderful job. He's racking up some nice damage on his second stock. We saw there for a moment there, Lize was answering back, but Shimizu still has control of this game right now. And I definitely think it's going to take something huge right now for Lize to bring this one back in their favor.
Well, Liz is on Axe now. Shimizu was basically punishing a lot of the Katar's approaches, trying to get up close as Katars want to do, and Shimizu was just all over it with the Axe. So now they're on the mirror, and Light will take it. Let's see, is Shimizu going to which weapon Shimizu going to get? Shimizu's going to take Lance. Okay, and now Liz punishing that, and let us say. Wow, reading that again, it's a solid Katars, Katar Sig combo from Ragnar, and now we are in the last stock. It's about equal.
Yeah, last stock situation. You look at this set kind of earlier on, and you saw Shimizu really, was in the driver's seat of this set. But now you're seeing, Liz answer back, and now it's just so even. You would not expect Liz to, bring this sort of comeback right now. And actually.
This is the better end. It's a Katar's Axe matchup now, and so it's a completely different from the second stock. Like Shimizu not getting as many punishes off and Kim and Liz just being able to hit Katar's over, and I think that will do it.
100%, that will do it. Kim or Liz taking the first game there, kind of playing on the back end for the most of that game, but somehow was able to snag by and able to just take that. And if you look at kind of the stats as well too here, Jaguar, 5.5 damage per engagement coming in from Shimizu, 4.6 coming from Liz. Liz was just on the back for that whole of the game, and somehow they were able to make it work and able to take the game home.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very much like Axe Katar's matchup. Like we saw that third stock was much different from the second one, and just being able to get those hits in got to the point where Liz could just KO and take game one.
Was definitely. So they definitely played it very strategic. I mean, they played their cards right, and they were able to get the W. But we're going to be getting to game number 2 here, and let's see kind of the adaptation that's going to be made here in Shimizu's end. Shimizu definitely had the lead, but wasn't able to get, I think, those. He wasn't just able to, get those knockouts, I think. He struggled to kind of get the KOs, and I definitely think that, led to his downfall. But let's see here. Game number 2, I definitely think this is, like I said, a close set. At the start, I definitely said, this could go to game 5. But it really all depends on how Shimizu performs here in this game number 2, and if the adaptation has been made.
Yeah, well, Shimizu started out nice on Lance, but now Liz picking up the weapon and showing some really good stuff. Catching Shimizu downstage. Shimizu gonna make it back. Okay. All right, so now Shimizu's the one sitting on the edge here, and catching again with another great Ragnar Sig combo. Ragnar Sig string to pick up Shimizu's reaction. Like, that's a really good reason for picking Ragnar's to get a lot of those reads that come just from the signatures.
Yep.
Because they will
Nice.
KO, and Shimizu is going to take the stock there with Axe on the edge.
Yep. And just like that, it is even stocks at Jaguar, but a slight lead in terms of Liz's favor here. But Shimizu does have the Axe, and if there's one thing we know about Axe, is that damage potential. And just like I said, that just a couple hits is all it takes in order to turn this game back in their favor. And now Shimizu is the one in the driver's seat here. But Liz is answering back quickly. Nice little 2 hits there they're able to get, and they're racking up some nice hits now on to Shimizu. But Kim, or Liz, whatever you want to call them, I mean, they do have Shimizu in KO health there. Both of them actually on KO health. So we're looking for the second stock here to fall. But what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's Shimizu or is it going to be Liz?
There. Ooh. Well, and what a GC side thing to take that. Was not expecting that to connect, but that's one way to take that stock. So Liz is up a stock now. Seems to be a little bit of extra credit. Shimizu on Lance here. See if
what a nice sensei there. Big
Lance into Axe, and that will take it. Yep.
Big Sarah coming out from Shimizu, able to take that stock out, and Shimizu, you know, denying any sort of big extra credit coming in from Liz here. But Liz, I mean, the damage has already been done. They're racked up some decent damage right now. But Shimizu does have the Axe in hand and is looking to get some nice hit, nice punish.
Yeah, and that's going to be confirmed.
Well,
so almost equal, and Liz gets a good hit. I think that it's like Shimizu throws out a lot of stuff there, but that's a good punish. What again? A gravity cancel Sig onto the edge. That takes the stock, and it's now 2-0 in favor of Liz.
Yeah, 2-0 coming in from Liz there, and they're gonna be putting themselves they're gonna be putting Shimizu on to match point. And yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, you know, the first game they played on the back foot and they were able to win it. The second game, it does seem like, you know, they were going even. And I mean, man, they just played that so well. They played that so calculated, and it was just amazing. So we'll see here. We'll see, you know, what's gonna. I'm still yet to see, you know, the adaptation from Shimizu here. You know, and I don't know. I don't know what it takes in order to take a game off of Liz here, but I mean, we'll see.
Well, I think in Axe, like Shimizu, I think just being a bit more judicious, as Axe is a slow weapon, and like a lot of the neutral interactions was Liz being able to punish when Shimizu threw out things. So if Shimizu can be more disciplined, like we can have something like the second stock in game 1. How about that? They're just gonna touch. Liz touched, and Shimizu takes a very early stock.
Yeah, and this is the type of lead that Shimizu needs in order to put themselves up on the board. You got to take these early stocks. You got to try to see if you can build a lead from the start here. But Liz is looking to answer back. Throws out the side stick, doesn't connect. But look at the damage that Shimizu's in. Damage has already been racking up. These signatures are going to be flying out because Liz wants to bring this back to even as can be. And Shimizu now, with this lead, I mean, the cards are being played right, but you need to extend your lead.
And there's a on Lance to punish that, and speak of that, it's now almost a whole stock. So just like that, equalizing all the damage that had been taken after the first stock there. After first stock was taken, like Liz had such a big thing, and now Shimizu takes the second stock, and it's this is not like games 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, definitely games 1 and 2, it went back and forth here, Jaguar. This game, it seems like Shimizu is definitely in the driver's seat. He's in the head of Liz here, and this is definitely Shimizu's game to win. But we have seen Liz that game 1, where Liz played on the back foot that whole entire game, and they still was able to win that. I definitely think it's doable. And I mean, like you've said, it's not over until the last stock has dropped here. And Liz, I mean, is holding on to this last stock for as long as they can and trying to rack back up the damage. But they have to do so much in order to take these last 2 stocks.
Well, they did on the when they took second stock, got Shimizu all the way to red in that without taking damage. So if Lize can repeat that, then they're going to be in a really good spot to equalize.
Yeah. Shimizu here picks up the
and
axe.
There's the punish.
Goes off for that signature. Now over onto the lands. 2-piece combo going for the recovery, not connecting the Sair. Now landing, going for the axe, just weapon starving there.
And that will confirm it.
2-piece combo. Shimizu putting themselves on the board there. And Jaguar, I want to know, how do you feel about that game? Because that game definitely felt way different compared to the last 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. Shimizu is really reading and just punishing a lot of Lize was throwing out a lot of things, and Shimizu was able to get all these confirms for damage. And even when I know some people like they take the early stock first round, then you get a lot of damage built up onto you, and then you start to panic. But Shimizu didn't do that. Shimizu just kept showing this dominant punish plan, and took game 3 as needed to stay in this set. We're on game 4 now.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So again, no change in the matchup. It looks like both players seem to be happy with this matchup. And we have axe on axe right now. Let's see. And now there's Lize going for a nice string. There's
Shimizu racking up this
and
damage.
wow.
Just, he's holding these ground pounds and somehow it's hitting. It's not hitting for true, but he's just like kind of reading where Lize would go now. Like they're not dodging out of it, they're not going away from it, and he's just getting these ground pounds for free.
It did dodge, but the dodge expired while it was holding, so.
Okay.
It's one of the very tricky things. That's what I thought I saw. Like Lize did dodge, but it's the sort of thing like it will. The move is so long that it will go past the length of the spot dodge.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is the kind of lead that Shimizu needs right now. It's kind of looking like the last game that we saw, but they definitely need to try to see if they can play around this lead, build up some more damage for sure before they go down to their second stock here. Shimizu's doing a wonderful job in holding this stock. Lize, I mean, if they want to take this one at 3-1, they need to get this one out immediately.
Ooh.
Nice 2-piece combo to end sig. The big Sair coming out from Lize. Now with the Katars, just
and that
throws the weapon
throw,
out.
that will do it.
Most definitely the Jaguar. It's tied up stocks here. Anyone's game to win here, but I mean, all eyes are still on Shimizu. Shimizu does have the lead. They can definitely push this one to game 5, but they need to take this game if they want to do that.
Nice and light, and Lize not able to really get anything off guitars in that interaction. And there's the guitars and another guitars interaction and picking up the dodge. So just like that, we're equal. Like guitars is very volatile because if you get a read off, you can get a lot of damage. And so just like that, Lize is equalized. And picking up that and the recovery, that's not going to be enough. And dodges the weapon throw, catches the unarmed side sig, and that side sig's not going to connect. And it could be anyone here. Like it's very equal, but Shimizu will take it.
Yep, Shimizu taking that stock there. And once again, I mean, they still have the upper hand in this game here, but they got to try to see if they can extend this one before they go down to their last. Lize picks up the guitars, immediately goes for the Sair, sends him off stage here. Shimizu tries to make it back, is able to avoid that recovery there, but another Sair is going to close it out just like that. It's as even as can be here. Last stock situation here, Jaguar.
Absolutely. See if people are going to get... See if people get more aggressive or whether they became safer on the last stock. But right now, it seems like pretty much the same sort of Guitars X interactions we've seen before, and it seems like what they're going to like seems to be very common in this set of Lize on the guitars, Shimizu on the axe, and if guitars can get in and build up a string, then it could easily be enough to build up damage for a KO, just like that. We're about equal in damage, and Lize picking up axe now. And Shimizu with a lot of punishes there to take Lize all the way to red. Lize on the end of stage.
Ooh, what a down
Lize
sig.
dodges that down sig. How?
It was so well
And
placed, but Lize just was able to go around it. Now the end sig that's come out from Lize, but doesn't connect. Deep in the red now, nice end line. Shimizu here looking to clean up against.
And what a sig to take it.
Another
We are
down
going to
sig.
game 5.
Oh my god, so nice. He had to do it twice here, and let's have a look at these replays. Yeah, we got a game 5 here, Jaguar, and I mean, what an amazing set we're seeing here between Shimizu and Lize. Lize has their work cut out for them. They definitely do here, and we're seeing a swap. I know the stream can't see it, but you guys will be seeing it soon. We're gonna be seeing the swap over to Azuri. I didn't quite catch the level, Jaguar. What level is this Azuri? You remember?
24.
24, yeah. So, I mean, not a lot of playtime on it. I didn't remember the Ragnar one either, but I'm assuming it's around probably the same level, perhaps.
I think so. I don't remember either, but Asuri is a solid choice. So still having Qatar, but we'll see if the sword, if we're going to see sword come out for this.
I mean, yeah.
Or Asuri's ticket is also really good.
Yeah, you look at kind of just the Zarya and Ragnar. I mean, obviously the shared weapons of the Qatar. So I mean, it's clear that even in the past 4 games, Lize definitely was over on the Qatars more than the Axe, and they racked up some nice damage and was able to build some nice leads with it. So them switching over here to the Azuri, definitely probably.
Nice read.
I think the reason for it's mainly for that sword to probably get those KOs, perhaps. And like you said as well, too, great signatures coming out from Azuri. So no surprise here that we're seeing the swap from Lize over on this, this game that you have to win, because whoever wins this moves on to fight Shogun in the winners final. So very important set to win.
Right. And Shimizu picking up that 3-piece, picking up the spot, the dodge read, and so Shimizu is up there, but Lize is not too far behind, and Shimizu with a nice punish and dodge read, and not able to keep the string going, but already in the goldenrod. And Shimizu still on her stock. And just picking up, and looks like Lize is getting very aggressive and walks right into that side, walks right into that sig, and then Shimizu's already up 2 stocks now. I wonder if this if this Lize simply can't keep up with this in game 5 with everything on the line here.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the lands coming in from Shimizu, man. It's just creating that difference maker. But finally, Lize is able to take that stock out of there, and just like that, I mean, things aren't looking as grim, but I mean, Lize, they definitely still have a hill to climb right now. But these Qatars need to go to work,
Absolutely.
and they
Whoa, what about that?
Oh my god. Look
Quite a
at
bit of
that
damage, but still about a whole stock lead, so not too much, but was able to capitalize on the on that Qatar's dare. But let's see, sword will be next, and Lize has sword. Not able to connect there, but there's the sig's not going to connect.
Lize is playing this one really well. Kind of dancing around Shimizu a little
Yeah,
bit.
and
Ooh,
there's
nice
there's the sword delight dare into a string,
Nice.
and
Delight
picking up a
recovery.
delight recovery.
Delight save.
And that delight there will take it, and just like that, this is very much winnable for Lize.
100%.
Liz is a little bit
Jaguar.
behind the damage.
Just a little bit behind in damage. I mean, you see that they're at orange health, and I mean the things that we saw. I mean, that Qatar combo alone was able to transform. I mean, Shimizu's stock from white straight over to orange, and I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
Lize can definitely bring this one back, but they have to play this one really calculated and really safe, because I mean, you got that stock out of there, but you cannot let your guard down.
Yeah.
You need to still stay on the
Yeah,
attack.
here's delight dare. Delight dare, not able to get any big thing like in this previous stock, but Lize is very close. Not able to gets the side light.
Ooh.
And nice Sair.
It's even, Jaguar. It's
So
even.
it's anyone is flat stock red, and that
What?
will take it. A delight recovery. The sword pick comes out, and Lize goes on to the winner's final. What a game, and what a set.
I mean, talk about on the back foot. Jaguar. I mean, Lize was just on the back foot that whole game. It was 2 stocks up.
Yeah, one stack, you're on your first stock, and then the Shimizu on their second stock, but just picking up guitar strings, picking up delight dare, and strings off of that on sword. And it's really the delight recovery that took the whole stock. So sword is a very good weapon, and it turned out to be a great switch for Lize.
Yeah, 100%. What an amazing swap there from Lize. And I mean, you look at these replays, man. It's crazy. It's wild. What a game that we just saw there.